This video has only garnered 2,000 views in 16 years. Why is YouTube suppressing this information? How MSG is directly linked to cancer and many other health issues.
MSG for the migraines he suffered for almost 15 years. He looks for those secret names at a regular grocery.
We stay away from bologna and hot dogs and all of the cheaper processed meats. This is all really safe for our family. The ranch, it might be fat-free, but it has MSG right in the ingredient list. There's a long list of ingredients and certainly some things that could mask MSG, but in a small enough content that it doesn't trigger any kind of a reaction in our family.
So there are definite ways to keep healthy while grocery shopping. And our careful consumers say groceries shouldn't worry about losing business. Strauss says his family actually... Keeping monosodium glutamate off the table is no easy task. Your waiter or chef rarely knows anything about hidden MSG or what ingredients have it. In the grocery, there are dozens of hidden names for MSG.
The consumer needs to tell these manufacturers, we're not going to buy your product until that's taken out, and don't disguise names because we'll find out what they are.
And Dr. Russell Blaylock says science is finding more and more problems that may be caused by MSG, even infertility.
Because the male sperm cannot get to the egg, and it decreases the number of sperm. And the female, we know the ovary is filled with glutamate receptors.
MSG stimulates those receptors so that a woman's eggs become damaged. And with basic life issues like that, is the Food and Drug Administration sounding any alarms?
The FDA has never walked into a flavoring house or into a food.
Interesting how it actually controls population.
Producer and stated, give me that flavoring, I want to test it for free glutamic acid. So it's never been tested.
Jack Samuels learned MSG caused his heart spasms years ago.
On 2 occasions, they thought I had died because they could not get a pulse.
And for his own safety, he only shops at a natural food store called Jimbo's with a specific strategy. Here are some of his secrets. Pick organic vegetables without cosmetic wax.
They wax them to look better and to fill in the crannies that are normal to growth. And that could be
a glutamate type?
They sometimes put a hydrolyzed protein into that mixture.
Buy milk which is pasteurized but not homogenized, but not this one that's ultra-pasteurized.
It brings the milk to a higher level of heat, and in so doing breaks down some of the protein, and so an individual like myself will get sick.
Terry Strauss blames MSG for the migraines he suffered for almost 15 years. He looks for those secret names at a regular grocery.
We stay away from bologna and hot dogs and all of the cheaper processed meats. This is all really safe for our family. The ranch, it might be fat-free, but it has MSG right in the ingredient list. There's a long list of ingredients and certainly some things that could mask MSG, but in a small enough content that it doesn't trigger any kind of a reaction in our family.
So there are definite ways to keep healthy while grocery shopping. And our careful consumers say groceries shouldn't worry about losing business. Strauss says his family actually spends a little more, yet eats much healthier. So everybody wins. But what about those restaurants? Some chains like Pizza Hut list their ingredients online. Pizza Hut even has 5 food items they actually warn as having MSG, such as their wings and salad dressings. Pizza Hut is not alone. All of the major chains we investigated had items with disguised MSG. When deciding what to order, be aware that salad dressings, sauces, breaded meats, and meat toppings are common offenders. Classier restaurants are generally safer because they often cook from scratch and add real spices instead of manufactured flavor enhancers. But to be sure, you may have to talk to the chef to find out what he or she uses. So what should you do in general? Blaylock says go for the fruits and vegetables. He has a DVD on nutrition so families will know the good things that counteract MSG's effects. He also warns about aspartame, the diet sweetener, which is a related compound. Blaylock especially recommends dark green vegetables because they are high in antioxidants to diffuse MSG. They're also high in magnesium, which can actually block MSG from those glutamate receptors.
Name something that it doesn't affect, because these receptors in the spleen, they're in the liver, they're in the heart, they're in the GI tract, they're in the immune system, they're in the brain, they're in peripheral nerve, they're in the vagus.
CBN was warning of this 16 years ago, folks, in YouTube's algorithms, or somebody deliberately at YouTube suppressed this video. Only 2,000 views. In my opinion, this is criminal.
Nerves in the heart and all the arteries.
For centuries, the Japanese have used a little seaweed as a flavor enhancer. It had a little glutamate, but it didn't seem to cause any problems. Then about 100 years ago, they started manufacturing it, laying the foundation for today's problems. Massive use of MSG, improper labeling, and a federal agency that refuses to have it labeled so consumers can make intelligent decisions. Reporting from San Diego, I'm Galen Tethrow, CBN News.